Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. I went on ahead and respect. It was actually really annoying me that I didn't have Knowledge Arcana. So I do have that now. Unfortunately, it wouldn't let me choose the same damn peer pick. Anytime I would try to select that, it would automatically switch to another picture. I'm sure I'll have to respec again at some point during the playthrough, and when that happens, I'll try to see if I can switch back to the original pick. I like that version more than this one. I don't feel like this represents properly. Well, you know, the more I'm looking at it, the more it might be growing on me. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. Anyway, let's finally move our Defender's Heart to the general area. I'm going to try to see if I can do all this without triggering that Defender's Heart defense that you have to do, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. I like the changes that they made to how you travel around in the map, you having a larger icon and everything. I think it works. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman, who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife, greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Woljif, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear Sister Charisma. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next, well, no, I was still in shackles and I was being watched, and then the chief got me out and I came here straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, there was time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Erebeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Lawful. The burden of proof lies on the accuser. Woljif doesn't have to prove anything. Charisma turns to you. He speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so he'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. In a single, fluid motion, Charisma adjusts her grip on her knife so that she is now holding it by the blade, as if preparing to throw it. Burden of proof? Are you a city guard or something? I don't know how it is with your lot, but in the family, the highest rank is always right. And here, that's me. Do you think Woljif knows the name of the traitor? Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Woljif has been a part of has come very quickly to an end. Their hideout location was passed to the guards, or their competitors found out where they can ambush them. Woljif is the only one who always comes out smelling of roses. If you think about it, you'll come to the same conclusion as us. I'd have said that meant that Woljif was cursed with finding friends among losers and screw-ups. But now that he's with us, that must mean the curse has been broken. That's awesome. That depends. He was indeed most fortunate to find himself in a party with me. On the other hand, he also ended up in a party with you. Cannabis is burning. Why are you squabbling here instead of fleeing the city? Charisma purses her lips. I'd be glad to leave, like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family, there's nothing worse than betrayal, and it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors, let's just say, I wish I was burning in Canabras. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance. Until I find out who is the traitor here, no one is leaving. Woljif, tell us your side of the story. What happened? What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisma got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there, I mean. Woljif jerks his head towards the 5 thieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up and says we've got a score. Ancient trees and wonders. One place no one's ever been able to hit. The place is guarded by a golem. But now, a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner will be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us were to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right. With the locks and the golem, I picked the lock. I remember it clear as day. Sister Downer was on lookout. Brother Melroom had the scroll. Duffy, Tavi, and Varner brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in the sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled on the table after, and next thing I know, Erebeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. It took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth. And add to insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So, they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Charisma is pointedly polishing her knife. Where's the moon of the abyss, Brother Woljif? What is the moon of the abyss? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of the ancient trees and wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, a crescent, a waning moon. And in the middle there was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Philemon was so proud of the amulet, he used to say, I'll never sell it. It's the jewel of my collection. Well, just sighs unhappily. I used to go there to see what kinds of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Canabras. People used to claim it's a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole something like that, you'd have the guards on you in a second if you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around ancient trees and wonders, drooling over the moon of the abyss. Did you think you could swipe it and all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you get out scot-free with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Erebeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was a rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the cellar can have a nice Wiltshire-sized dinner? The moon of the abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure. It's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You know Erebeth's people will protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them, and now you come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Philemon. Are you giving Erebeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 heralds of I Am a Day all rolled into one. He speaks the truth. You'll find some knights will take bribes, I'm sorry to say, but Erebeth Tirabate isn't one of them. Go on, Woljif. That's the whole sorry story. Woljif crosses his arms, looking affronted. It's a family this turned out to be. It's just a name in the end. And a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the moon of the abyss. What am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't worth that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Charisma, I'll find it, and I'll drag the trader here by his horse just so you don't end up at the bottom of the cellar. But you know what you're going to owe me for that? An apology. Right here, in front of everyone, you're going to apologize loud and clear as everybody hears it. You'll say, sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy, and I was roaring about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the families come for you. You'll have no peace, but one day you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath, and that is when we'll get you. Got that? You've a way with words, Sister Charisma, a way that almost made me wet myself, but a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal, Erebeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted her out. I'll let you do the talking. We'll find the real traitor. And I'll get my apology. Onward to Erebeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name. Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. I love Woljif's dialogue. I think he's a really, really awesome character. And I'm looking forward to learning more about the family. I assume at some point they'll come back into the fold when you get beyond this area. Boom, doom, doom, doom. So yeah, all the icons and everything were updated and changed from the beta when the full game released. And excellent jobs. I don't know why Professor Snape was able to succeed at the stealth check, but I'll take it.
They will break against our resolve.
Oh, you're just a regular guy, okay. Ooh, and Woljif proved how regular you are. Don't show. We've already been through all this. Oh, coin. There in the beta, there were some times where you could end up getting a random attack, and it would be some people who aren't supposed to show up until Act 3. Like it was wild. I got wiped once or twice. So now I'm always pausing, like, hey, who's actually in the group first before I advance forward, just in case it's something crazy.
Something.
Let's move.
I hope you appreciate this.
Always be ready for the worst.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Yep, that too. Wow. Wow. Land is really handling business. Holy smokes. Okay. I mean, I'll take it, bro. I'll absolutely take it.
Follow me.
Whoa.
What's that there? I am helpful, am I not?
Okay.
This is
What do I
my
have? Nothing really. Yeah, we'll save all
I'm
that.
all ears.
Barbarian.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Rely on me.
Save the last one for me.
Jeez. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. Unbending armor. That.
March on.
Together we stand.
Okay. I'm not as big as fan of Woljif right when you get him.
Onwards.
He doesn't have the good spells for him to be able to do sneak attack. And he needs his buffs to be effective with two-handed, but you don't want to just spam them, so it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough with him at first, but ooh, nice. He grows to be someone who's absolutely fantastic at what he does.
Let us be off.
Canabras burns, the city that should never have fallen. Fate shows no mercy. Clouds may veil the stars, but nothing can hide the light in someone's soul. And I see this light in you. We will stand shoulder to shoulder with you against evil. I hear the echo of a familiar voice. I feel the warmth of my kindred flame. My brother, we will help you. Bam. And that gives you, it doesn't tell you. Can't wait. Oh, that's Eliandra. Oh, and that's Yanio. Oh, okay. All right. Let's go. Wherever you are, keep quiet. There's a horde of enemies just beyond this door. Come over here and we'll see. Come over here and you'll see. There's a handy way up nearby. Be quiet and watch. This is the best part. Get it together, idiots. No more looting. You're all to sit tight here and wait for the order to attack the Defender's Heart. It's the last bastion of the Crusader resistance. We'll flatten them and claim our victory. Into the abyss with all the Crusaders and the Defender's Heart. Kaylessa, the city is ours already. Now it's time to enjoy the spoils. Split us into groups, quickly. I'll tell you where to go and what to bring back. Fax it, you idiot. Go back to Baphomet. He must be missing his lapdog. Everyone here will be following my orders. I'm in charge. We won't submit to you, you dirty Deskarite. Keep out of this, Kaylessa, or I'll curse all your extremities to wither and drop off. Everyone, listen to me. What we're going to do is, looking for a fight faction? Well, you got one. Had enough, worm? I'm in charge here. Kaylessa is the strongest. No looting, only slaughter. We're going to sit here and wait for the command to attack. The Defender's Heart will fall.
I'd stay away from there right now. The tower is the main stronghold of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth and their allies. Going up against that many of them would be suicide. I have a better idea. If the demons and their mortal agents were better organized, the Crusaders would have been crushed long before now. But they're always trying to spread in every direction. Right now, in every corner of the city, there are demons like Kaylessa who are trying to consolidate their forces to launch a joint attack on the Defender's Heart.
Who are you?
Greybor. I'm a contract killer who's been hired to kill that demon that just walloped that other one. I've tracked him all the way here, and was planning to kill him when that crowd showed up, so I had to pull back.
What do you suggest?
Don't even think about trying to take them all on single-handed. You'll be mincemeat. Better to warn the Crusaders and the Defender's Heart that the demons are planning to attack. And later, once the attackers have been taken care of, it'll be much easier to sweep through this tower and eliminate the defenders left behind.
Like when dueling with rapiers. One doesn't lunge, but waits for the opponent to strike and leave themselves open.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Or like in cards, wait for your opponent to play his hand, and then dive under the table, grab the pot, and run.
Thanks for the advice. Who hired you?
I'm afraid that's confidential. As a professional, I'm obliged to keep my client's name a secret.
We could attack them together.
I have no desire to die today. If you choose to go in there, I'll take advantage of the opportunity, of course. I'll kill Kaylessa and get back here as quickly as I can. I'm not going to fight any of the others. I don't work for free.
The city is burning. People are dying. And you're thinking about how to fill your pockets?
Yes. So what? Listen here, girl. If you're so eager to save someone, go and do it. And don't waste your breath preaching at me.
I'm going now.
I hope you act wisely.
We won't. Okay.
Well?
Probably not smart to start with more health. Okay.
I tire of waiting.
A bright future awaits us.
Open your heart to me.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Let's move.
Pretty good, aren't I?
You are, Woljif. You are.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
All right. What else do I have? Enlarged person. Oh, I didn't put that on her? Here, you might as well drink this. And yeah, here, you can take some of that. And you know what? You can take some of that as well. You can take the other one. What's this? Restoration. Oh, yeah, put this on her. I'll do. Throw out the magic missiles after grease. Actually, you can throw out some as well, right? Yep, why not? Okay.
I will help where I can.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
All right. See how this goes. Ooh. Do I have someone who can push this boulder over? I hope so. Land. Excellent.
So awesome, lad.
That's helpful. Ah, it seems we have visitors, Crusaders. Crush them.
Yet another obstacle.
That was just awesome. Establishes very, very early on who Greybor is. Okay. Y'all, I need you on the ground. Get on the ground. Go. And I guess you should run forward there as well. Sure. You're gonna do your thing. Free action. Let's get that started. You do that. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Crap, I missed old boy. Oh well. Where are you going? Okay. Whoa. Oh no, we didn't miss old boy. Excellent. Oh, I would have casted fear on him if I had known he was still on the floor. God dog it. Oh well. You're gonna die shortly. Okay.
Did you see that?
One of these. Oh, he's dead now too. Excellent. Okay. That didn't go badly. Oh, come on, Camilla. Get your behind up.
No reason to pause.
And others. Oh, no, that's not gonna work.
Follow me. What's that?
I am helpful, am I
I don't
not?
think there's any chest up here, right? Yeah, no. All right, move on. Nice. I'm actually happy with that. That went relatively well. If you let that guy get that fireball off, that fight is not good. It's bad news if he gets that fireball off early and hits your whole party. You absolutely do not want that. That. A pale and frightened half-elf looks at you warily. His face is twisted into a grimace like he just ate something slimy. Hey, who are you? Praise Baphomet. What are you doing here? Did Faxon send you? I heard a noise outside, but I was busy making a list of the relics. Did something happen? Who are you? I am Telmir, the scribe and senior aide to Lord Xanthir, the Plagued One. And do forgive me, but Faxon has been assigned to this command, has he not? Where is he? What are you doing here? I'm compiling a list of the valuable Crusader artifacts. Lord Xanthir has ordered that everything of use should be transported from Canabras and saved from the looting and destruction. We chose the museum as the place to collect and sort through the trophies. Unfortunately, the local thieves have proved even quicker off the mark than the demons. They ransacked the museum in the first few hours of the assault, but there are some objects of interest among the exhibits they left behind. The museum custodian has been kind enough to advise me on those. But where's Faxon? Woljif sniggers. Finest things have been there. Turn your back and everything that isn't nailed to the floor will be gone when you turn around again. The demons have no chance against the masters of our trade we are. There you go, bragging again, dummy. Thieving has never led to anything but harm. Trust me, if you fought the way you thieve, now that might be useful. No thanks, every person has their calling and this is mine, but imagine if you fought as well as we thieve. Where's the museum custodian? Over in the gallery. I deceived him. I told him I was a crusader. It wasn't difficult. The old geezer's out of his mind. So, tell me, where's Faxon? Clear off before I kill you. The half-elf pitches forward, but then grabs his bag and leaps away from you. You're lying. You want me to turn away so you can strike me in the back and take the papers that have been trusted to me. The half-elf leaps back nimbly, pulling a sheaf of papers from his bag as he goes. No, I have valuable letters from Lord Xanthia here. I must destroy them. The cultist balls the pages up in his fist and shoves them into his mouth, then begins furiously chewing like a hamster. A moment later, the half-elf's eyes bulge and he opens his mouth, which is stuffed with masticated paper. He tries to cough, but nothing comes out. The failed saboteur looks at you in desperation. His eyes are streaming, his face is growing paler by the second, and he falls to his knees. A strangled wheeze emerges from behind the wad of wet paper. His expressions veer from the hilarious to the grotesque as he signals to you for help. Want some salt or pepper with that? Now, I've never tried eating paper myself, but a little seasoning goes a long way, whatever the meal. Evil. Silently watch the half-elf gasp for breath. The half-elf falls into convulsions, scribbling at his throat. For all that time, he looks at you in terror, the bystander to his horrific demise. What an idiot. God has punished them all. At least we can see the kind of mind that swears allegiance to a demon lord. I wish all cultists were as dumb as this one. It all ends quickly. The half-elf's lifeless eyes stare up at you in silent rebuke. My character does not give a damn about no cultists. You're not saving none of them. This copper vessel and the oil inside it were sanctified by Rallus, priest of Iomedae and faithful crusader. This item was donated to the museum by Rallus's fellows in arms. More details in the museum almanac. This is a claw taken from Terendelev, the silver dragon and protector of Canabras. It was cut off by demons when Terendelev heroically saved a group of ambushed crusaders from certain death. This item was donated to the museum by the town hall of Canabras.
I hope you appreciate this.
Lady Calandra's chain cert, which I never used, but it looks awesome. And counterfeit Derek Sunhammer's jewelry. Who is Derek Sunhammer? All right. The wand of the famous mage Sarkoris, who made his name during the heroic and tragic siege of the Lost Chapel. This item was donated to the museum by Sarkoris' apprentice, Mage Teldon. More details in the museum almanac. Can't wait to meet Sarkoris.
I am helpful, am I not?
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Can't hide from me.
All right.
I'll watch your back.
Take her separately. It's one trap.
I am helpful,
Two traps.
am I not? I hope you appreciate this. I am helpful,
Excellent.
am I not?
Loot. 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 Grace of Peace. This +1 cold iron cookery deals an additional +2 damage against undead creatures.
I am helpful, am I not?
Entrapping longbow. Whenever this +1 composite longbow confirms a critical hit, all enemies in a 10-foot area must pass a reflex saving throw or become entangled for 1 round. Hey, I think you might make use of that, sir. And actually, But you can't wear armor anyway. Neither can he. So that's why I never end up putting it on. Oh, she's at 4 right now, but this is... Oh, this is actually more armor than what she gets right now from her dexterity. Huh. You know what? And it's got a, yeah. You know what? That actually does work for her right now. Oh, and you can take this. Oh, you already... Oh, no, that's the counterfeit one. Cool. There we go. There we go. This helmet belonged to Bathestas Scrotia, Pyrolictor of the Order of the Gate, and one of the first Hell Knights to serve his duty as a Crusader. This item was donated to the museum by Queen Galfrey. More details in the Museum Almanac.
March on.
Oops. No. I didn't need that actually. It's fine though. The old man, looking around absent-mindedly, shrinks away as you get closer. His head seems to shake uncontrollably, but his hands are surprisingly deft and assured as they level a magic wand at you. Stay back. Which are you, robber or demon? Hey, take it easy, Gramsley. That's the way it is, eh? You see horns, you think thief or demon? Quit scaring the old man, dummy. Have you seen your horns? They, how should I put this? Don't exactly inspire trust in a city that's currently overrun with demons. Is she always going to refer to him as a dummy? Hey, there are horns, and then there are horns. I'm not going to hurt you. The old man googles at you in terror, but he doesn't lower his wand. A rustling comes from somewhere behind him. Rats. The old man wheels around fearfully and peers in the direction the sound came from. The hand holding the wand gradually falls to his side. When he turns back to you, there is no fear in his expression, only vague confusion. I'm sorry, I was distracted. What were we talking about? Who are you? The old man lowers his wand in confusion. I think... His expression grows distraught and mournful, as though he's on the verge of crying. I forget. His gaze falls on a piece of cloth carefully stitched to his cloak, which reads, Teldon, Tower of Estrod Museum Custodian. Aha! I am Teldon, the custodian here. My memory isn't what it once was. My faculties are failing me. But at one time, my mind could cut like a diamond. I was a battle mage, one of the few who survived the Battle of the Lost Chapel. But I'm an old man now. Sometimes I set down my keys one moment, and the next, I can't remember where I put them. With a pleased smile, the old man pulls a hefty set of keys from his pocket and proudly shows them to you. Here they are, my keys, my little lovelies. I would never give you away to anyone. Remembering himself, the old man hastily stows the keys back in his pocket. What are the keys for? Oh, these keys are for everything. I can open every door in the Tower of Estrod with these. The museum custodian on duty must carry these keys at all times and never be parted from them, not even for a second. And why is that? Because if the keys were left unattended, they would be pinched by thieves, wouldn't they? Thieves who strip the museum of all its treasures. What are you all looking at me for? Woljif exclaims indignantly, even though no one is looking at him. Give me the keys. Out of the question. According to museum protocol, the custodian does not have the right to hand over the keys to another. I am personally responsible for the safety of the exhibits and the storeroom. Let me make sure this is working. Yep, I'm getting a bonus from Sela. Diplomacy 20. Don't you understand? This museum holds things that could help in the fight against the demons. Biting his lip, the old man holds out the keys to you. You're right. I'm just an old duffer. Take whatever will help you and go and defend our city. Why did the demons spare you? The museum custodian looks at you in stark surprise. Demons? There have been no demons in this museum. I heard them breaking into the tower, but then everything went quiet. Then a very polite young fellow came along, a half-elf. He said Canabras was under attack, but that the Crusaders had already recaptured the tower. He said he'd been sent to oversee the evacuation of the museum. He was very pleased to find me here. I've proved a very useful resource. I showed him all the most valuable relics, explained what they were, and he wrapped them up, labeled them, and carried them off somewhere. And I've been here all this time. The old man gives the keys a satisfied shake. I locked the doors and stood guard to make sure no demons got in, but I've not seen a one of them. Haven't heard any either. I've grown hard of hearing over the years. That half-elf was a demon worshiper. The old man frowns in confusion. What do you mean, demon worshiper? That fine young lad, so well-dressed, so polite, but he said the Crusaders, oh my word, the relics, we must go after them. The old man works himself into a state, bitterly lamenting as his roots through his many pockets, but the outburst doesn't last long. The motion of his hand slows and the awareness fades from his eyes. He stares off into the distance and then looks at you, wets his lips, and sheepishly inquires, sorry, did you say something? What happened here? The old man burst into agitated muttering, gesticulating furiously with his shaking hands. First, the bell started ringing, and then there were noises in the street. Then the dragon, Lady Terendelev, began to roar. I went to lock the door, but they were already inside, the thieves. There were 7 of them, or perhaps 10, I don't remember. They were talking about some rubbish about how they were all orphans, supposedly, and that they were dangerous. They grabbed me and wouldn't let me go, and then they looted the place. They took anything with even a lick of gold on it, relics too. The museum boasts a very extensive collection, you know, and, worst of all, they took the wand. And when they were done, they tossed me aside like a piece of old junk. They didn't even bother to kill me. The museum custodian looks at you with affront and anguish in his eyes. What wand did the thieves steal? The wand of Sarkoris, my master. He was a great man, the hero of the defense of the lost chapel. And those scoundrels took his wand, a relic. Ballads are sung about Sarkoris, and they're just damn thieves. Master Sarkoris will return, and he will assemble all of us, his students, and will show them, I'll show them what battle mage Teldon is made of. Fury sparks in the old man's eyes, his spine straightens, and in a fluid motion, his hands raise his wand at the ready. But a howl of rage from outside frightens off the ghost of the past. The old man turns around and looks at you in befuddlement. You were just asking me about something. I forgot what it was. Where can I find these robbers? The old man throws up his hands. I haven't the foggiest. The thieves, they know out of the way places where they won't be found. That's where they are if they're still alive. But they won't be in the city. I heard them talking amongst themselves about how they need to get out of Canabras before the demons wipe them out. Are you all right? The poor old man piteously The poor old man smiles piteously and makes a helpless gesture. Old age, my friend. Old age and the poison of fear seeping into my mind. Both have turned me from a crusader and battle mage into the sorry specimen you see before you. This museum is all I have. Whenever I forget who and where I am, I just read the exhibit labels. They are of the past, just like me. And now some ruffians have ransacked this place. I'm frightened, my young friend. I'm very frightened. Tell me about the museum exhibits. The old man seems to come to life. It would take a lifetime to tell you all there is to know, but I'll take you on the tour of the highlights, some of my personal favorites. You should have a look for yourself. You won't regret it. For instance, we have a painting here depicting angels fighting demons. Now, you may find it hard to believe, but in the first Crusades, many heavenly beings fought shoulder to shoulder with the Crusaders, and these two in the painting are Targona and Lario, the Silver Twins as they were called. I actually met them, you know, when I was a young man studying under Master Sarkoris. They had no airs or graces about them. They walked among the mortals. They spoke to us. They healed our wounds. Lady Targona, I remember especially well. She had a special, unearthly wisdom within her. The angel Lario, on the other hand, was known for his daring, and the youngest Crusaders idolized him. I wonder where they are now, the twins. We don't have celestial beings in our ranks anymore. They all left sometime during the Second Crusade, on a very important mission, they say. But I do love looking at this painting and remembering those days when envoys of the heaven walked among us, and the light that seemed to shine from within them. The old man wipes his eyes. What was I saying? You must be a messenger, yes? Or are you a visitor? Why did those times end? Why did the Celestials not fight with us still? Heaven has not abandoned us, surely. Lore religion check passed. You said that the angels Targona and Lario are twins, but how can angels have siblings? That's a good question. Of course, angels are not born like mortals, so they can't have a mother and father or sisters and brothers as we understand them. Angels come into being from reincarnated souls or from the pure essence of the upper planes. Sometimes, angels may adopt some features of mortals. For instance, they can identify as male or female, although that is not generally their way. Some of them can also develop bonds of camaraderie or even kinship, but the case of the Silver Twins is rare still. They are two angels who emerge from one soul. What else should they call themselves, if not twins? The old man smiles, seemingly satisfied with his speech, but within moments, his vacant expression is back in place, all awareness gone from his eyes. I have to go. The old man's bewildered gaze follows you as you go. All right. And that takes care of the tower. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now let's head up to the market square. So I really like the way they set up the importance of Sarkoris' wand in that conversation. If you were paying attention, you will see that there's a wand we definitely need to go out there and get. Vision of Targona. The translucent silhouette of a winged female warrior glows softly. You brought us back to waking. Greetings. Who are you? Not who, what? Memories. This place was created as a cradle of memory and fantasy. The things that belonged to the city's heroes were kept here. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes, and myself and the others are living memories. You woke us, so here we are. So your memories of who? Of the heroes the city wished to immortalize. Go, touch a memory, see how they remembered us. After all, this place was created so that our names would never disappear into the mist of history. There used to be a place like this near Nethholm, land size, quiet, calm. I used to walk among the plinths and pedestals, wondering, the people who founded the place, what was driving them? Were they thinking about future generations, how to pass down their wisdom and show the right path? Or were they thinking of themselves, trying to keep their names and deeds alive? But then the ceiling collapsed and that place didn't exist anymore, so my question was moot. I wish I could say that we have not dishonored your memory, but Kanabra's lies in ruins and but you fearlessly battle the invaders with no thought for yourself. You have earned no censure. We are proud of you. Right, in the olden days, mortal kind lost to the demons time after time after time, and now the descendants are continuing their losing streak. How can they not be proud of that? Why did you help me? A soft smile appears on the woman's face. I sense something in you, as if you are close to me somehow, like we stood shoulder to shoulder once in the face of evil, and that we must do so again. I sense that light dwells within you. Very recently, you were threatened by a powerful demon, and dark bloodlust tried to enslave your soul, but you opposed it and held fast. Continue to follow the path of light, and other righteous souls will aid you and follow you. Farewell then. Farewell. The power that gives us this semblance of life is running out, and soon we will once again be but memories, living only in words, pictures, and songs. A World Long Gone, a thematic collection of various artists' works on everyday life in Sarkoris before the opening of the Worldwound. Seat of Grief, a view of the infamous Heaven Edge estate. This is the place where most of the Mendavian aristocratic society at once fell prey to a supernatural plague unleashed by the demons. Among the cloudy colossi, in this picture are the two angels, Targona and Lario, are chasing and fighting a deadly Vrolakai demon in the air, several miles above the Worldwound. Here we stand and will not take a step back. The hand of the inheritor, herald of Iamade, is depicted placing the first ward stone among the fortifications of Canabras.
Onwards.
None will escape my all-seeing eye. Inquisitor Halron fights a shadow demon that he exorcised from a soldier's body. Yanio by a fountain. The picture was presumably painted from life over the summer of 4637, 1 year before Yanio's heroic death during the battle for Dresden. More details in the museum almanac. Farewell to Sarkoris. Iliandra, the legendary priestess of Palara, watches the city of Iz crumble into the freshly opened Worldwound. Crusader Queen, a copy of the famous embossed bas-relief originally created by Master Derek Sunhammer. Young Queen Galfrey is portrayed personally leading her crusades into battle on the first of Abadias, 4624, during the First Crusade. Alright, and you...
I stand ready.
Oh, you didn't even need that stuff. Very nice. Hey, there we go. Very nice. Okay. Now we head to the market. Boom. Yeah, there's nothing down here, right? Just check. Yep. All clear in that area. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. Come on. Can't you see we've got places to go, things to do? Yeah, we can take you. I'm gonna go ahead and move back because this is not a fight that I'm good at.
Strike with all your might.
Come on, not really. What is that? Oh, whoops.
We can do it.
Excellent. Boom, boom, boom. No. 50.
Let us be off.
Boom, boom, boom. Excellent. Okay. Still on track to be able to do this before the assault on Defender's Heart. I don't know what the time frame of that is. I don't know how many times is it that you need to sleep in order for you to be forced into doing it. The last time when I did this, I only slept twice, and I was still able to skip the assault.
Finished.
These enormous cracks appeared after a magically induced earthquake struck the land.
They will break against our resolve.
Oh. How dare you jump up and try to... Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Lift this up. Don't let me down, man. There we go. So now that solves the issue that Anivia was talking about, where she said the city was divided.
Let's move.
The inner wall of Canabras, which encloses the city's center, now lies in ruins. Wow. This is the first time I've ever come where they've already basically cleaned out everybody. That's pretty thorough. I will certainly take it.
Follow me.
I found something.
The elf hunched up next to you is clutching a small but deep puncture wound. Her appearance is quite remarkable. Her skin is blacker than any Garundi's, her teeth are fanged, and her hair is as gray as a crone's. Her crimson eyes glare at you with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Knowledge World, take a closer look at her strange appearance. This elf may have fallen victim to some wicked magic. A curse, maybe? Or did a long service to the forces of darkness twist her appearance in such a gruesome way? Who are you? Giving you a scrutinizing look, she says harshly, there's no point in you knowing, soldier. Trust me, the answer would only bring you misfortune, and it still wouldn't be of any use to you. I'm a wanderer. We won't ever meet again. Who wounded you? She responds with a razor-sharp smile. Haven't you noticed? The city is burning. There's a battle going on. I was wounded by a cultist. What's with your appearance? What? Whoops. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. I know who you are. You're Kaylessa, a cultist of Deskari. That's a lie. Her crimson eyes flash and she says firmly, I loathe demons and I'll kill any I come across. Perception. Take a closer look at the elf. Her words sound a lot like lies. They probably are. Why would foreign slander you? Kaylessa's grim expression hardens further, as bleak and unflinching as the words on a tombstone. You're asking questions that are dangerous in and of themselves. I urge you to stop. The more you know about me, the higher the chances that a traitor's dagger will find its way into your back. I believe you. Foreign is at the defender's heart. You should keep clear of the place. It was never my intention to set foot in there. Farewell, soldier, and thank you for believing me.
Can we retreat already?
Oof. Oof. Seal it. That was deeply unpleasant. The cart is laden with possessions looted from the surrounding houses. Okay. And then.
March on.
We will win this war.
You can trust me.
Matritium Turinos. Matritium Turinos.
Excellent. All right.
You can handle them, right?
Hey!
Excellent. Excellent. Nothing there. Land. Make it happen, Captain.
You won't
Did we
survive.
find trouble? They did.
Come on, how did you let him get that off? Luckily, they all will saved it, but still.
I hope you appreciate
Nice.
this.
Got that, got that. Awesome. Okay. I think that's enough for one video. I hope all of you enjoyed the play session today. If you did, please leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.